Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford and the Carolina Panthers taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's the Panthers punter now. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now it's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Now a first down throw. Stafford got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now Fields. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, with a juke. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. First down and much more here for Jones. And down to the 19-yard line. A big play there for Carolina.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Stafford. He'll find Jones again, complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Fields. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground. And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Fields. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for McCaffrey last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions. And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd. Could play an exotic coverage. Now Stafford. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Cohen. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. 7 yards to pick up there.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Stafford's throw here into the hands of Jones. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Fields now to throw. On the slant, this is Chark. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Fields. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball down the field.
this on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Stafford on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Mario Edwards Jr. picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Here comes Cohen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 44-yard punt, return of 9. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
On first down, it's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. That catch good for only a couple. On second down now, it's Cohen. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They try again with Cohen. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. He's going to look deep for Moore. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stafford now to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half. And that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security. And none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the red zone now, Stafford. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Third and 2, Stafford. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal. But, the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. You'll take the 3. With this game, it's far from over.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter for Charlotte. One play action, Fields. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. Being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
Lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Chicago. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is McCaffrey on the give. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Stafford. He's to the 10. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. Touchdown! Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them. But we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And Sharp calls it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is...
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Panthers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jameis Winston and the Baltimore Ravens versus Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 66 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Jameis to throw it.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
2nd down and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DJ Reader breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15.
Winston.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this will remain a scoreless game. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man is Uzama. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Burrow. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Winston. His throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Now Burrow loses the football. Goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Winston. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And just a yard to go here on second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Burrow. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on a first down save. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A first down throw for Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
On third down, Winston will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Can't do that.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Winston, he will keep it. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. On play action, Winston. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And Winston lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 30, 10, and this is taken into the end zone, a fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Evan McPherson down for the PAT. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They go play action. Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. From the 44, Burrow. And this is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Burrow will throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Winston. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Winston.
Open man is Duvernay.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Winston now. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward.
That's on the guard, David Edwards.
Now it's Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score.
Following the interception, Winston.
That one complete to Prochet.
A gain of 6 there on first. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll bring them back within 4. Will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So a little padding here at the end of the half as a turnover leads to 3 more points.
And this has certainly been an opportunistic bunch here in this first half, and they're playing complementary football. Defense takes it away, turns it over to the offense. They converted it into points.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, Winston. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Winston. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or two shy. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Landry. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow, quick slant caught by Chase. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On 2.
Now Burrow on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow, that's caught by his tight end Uzama. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Called a no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Winston now to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Crochet. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Off the play fake, Winston. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. This one caught by his tight end Andrews. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play action now. Winston. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
It sets up the 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll throw again. Winston.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Forced out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about the 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Being chased out. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Bengals offense returns to the field. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A handoff to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Uzomah. So the completion good for 7 there. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The defense rising to the challenge and sending him back on the sack.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw is on target to Duvernay.
Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. Winston to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Winston. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Winston.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Here we go with Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And they will take a knee here. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And they take a knee.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bengals, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Toronto Huskies.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with their opponents. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack, but they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 20 carries, 118 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
From the 38, Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. On the option, here's Elliott.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
To throw is Prescott.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
Warwasser's kick is good.
And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 4.
It's caught by Mike Evans. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Elliott. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 46 yards away. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Evans has it left side. A gain of 6 there on first. Back to throw. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
On play action, they'll throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
They'll look to throw again.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Second and 11 now.
Now Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now Prescott.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
To the air again, Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A big play there on the catch and run. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the prime. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it to make it now 13-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion, You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Second and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. This time they stay on the ground. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week. And they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. It's caught on the right side, Williams. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Outright completes it to Jarwin. Not much there, only a yard.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Jarwin.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Prescott.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Godwin. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll run on 1st down. Godwin.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Godwin. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He'll get this to Vaughn underneath.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. To throw is Prescott. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here's Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And again, it's Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. Throwing. Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback. It's a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott throwing the out route and complete. That's Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A first down throw for Prescott. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. And it's caught. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Rohrwasser now for the point after.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd and 3. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Osa Odighizuwa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And Brake has it over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And now here come the Cowboys.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
On first down, it's Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They're going to look to throw. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Rohrwasser on for the PAT.
And the lead is now an even 30. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. To the right side, complete to Miller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset.
They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back to throw again. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So for the
today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We're the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. 2nd down and 7. They'll drop to throw. Complete to Bryant. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 7 yards to pick up there. They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Shrugs him off. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Johnson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now a give right side. Underwood.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
They'll set up a throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
He's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11.
He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there,
and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Bryant has it.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time.
But it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Completes it to Hardman.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
That one caught by Felton.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for Indy. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's complete to Brown, right side. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
A try here for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 4. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. They set up the screen to Chubb. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 15. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. A give for Taylor running right side. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now a give to Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Off the option, here's Taylor. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run forward with Hines. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll run on first down. It's Underwood. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 26. And the Colts are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Indy set to go on offense once more. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught by Bryant.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. Grover Stewart picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll look to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. They'll set up a throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Hitting Juju on the slant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 11.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, your 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's complete to Brown. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel sack. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man,
Brown. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass complete to Taylor.
That catch good for only a couple. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Now a throw here, hold in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be a second down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Howard. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll set up to throw. And that incompletion means his streak is over there. He'd hit on 9 straight passes. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
They'll get this off to Taylor.
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Cleveland,